Yes, my people, what is good? It's your boy, Cease the PT here, aka Clive. Welcome back to another conversation, another one-on-one, quite personal today. We've got another man back in. Care to introduce yourself, my bro?
Familiar face. My name is Jason. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a fitness trainer, so I train people in person, personal trainer, as well as online coaching one-to-one. I'm also a content creator. You can find me on platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and even Pinterest, you know.
Pinterest?
Yeah, I'm on Pinterest, you know.
Bro, is that hard? I like to jump on
I
that
can't lie.
still. I said Pinterest.
When I seen more growth on Pinterest than I have on TikTok.
Wait, what is it? So how does it work exactly? What do you snap?
It's kind of like Instagram.
Is it?
Well, it used to be like Instagram. Now it's more heading in towards the videos as well, like reels and stuff like that. But
So is it a thing where you just create your own vibe and then...
so what you post on TikTok, you literally post on Pinterest.
Oh,
like
wow.
photos, all of that.
I'm gonna have to jump on that.
Yeah,
still.
like I got probably like 300 followers from that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Pinterest, is that that's the pattern, yeah.
It's
That's the pattern, yeah.
it's an untapped source. Like no one really uses it. So
I'd even take it in, yeah. Shit
Like,
then. Yeah,
mm.
I'm gonna look into that stuff still, yeah. But yes, as you said, it's just me and you today. Quite a few things to delve into actually. One of the things, just to break the ice, as some might say, an icebreaker, a question dawned on me. The question was, would you rather live knowing how or when you die?
I mean, when you said you rather live, I just knew it. Okay.
Would you rather live knowing how or when you die? Sleep on it. Sleep on this one. Chew on it.
You guys may have to fast forward this part.
Chew that. Let me actually... Because, I mean, let's contextualize it, right? I mean, you know, say, okay, someone says, Jason, you are going to get hit by a bus. That's how you die.
Yeah.
But when you die could just be, oh, Jace, this date, 2 years' time, you're done for.
I think I'd rather know how.
How?
Because I think how is more preventable than when.
See, but then now this is a different question. Because I swear fate works in weird ways. Like, you know when they try to alter the timeline, but then somehow the reality still ends up playing out type shit.
Once you alter the timeline, you create another timeline.
What? But the old timeline still exists.
But that's a different version of it. Have you not watched any of the Marvel movies?
I have, but that shit confuses me till now.
Bro, once you change, like, if you go back in the past and you change something, that past is still gonna head somewhere else, and you've created a new future.
But my thing is, it'll be them ones where when they try and when you try so hard to change the scene, yeah, but you always somehow find yourself in it. So, for example, you could just stay at yard and avoid the bus for the rest of your life. That existence, that narrative will still play out. You will somehow, them ones is like, I don't know, something dumb will happen and you just find yourself near a bus or some shit like that.
You know, I think
unavoidable.
The moment you actually prevent it, you're probably gonna die a different way. So it may not be a bus.
Yeah.
It'll probably be something else now because you've now changed that direction of your life.
Bro.
That's bro. Time. That's the thing with time, bro. Like, you could actually there's so many different realities.
Yeah.
Even though like we live in one reality, but there's so many different other ones. Bro.
Yeah.
Like you could change one change one thing with your life. Like let's say you went back 30 seconds ago, right now, 30 seconds ago, and you changed something.
Yeah.
You've now created a different timeline.
Yeah, literally. Nah, I think, but then what? So, okay, cool. So, knowing when and knowing how. When, okay, so say if I get told 2 years' time, boom, okay, you live it up for them 2 years.
You know what's funny?
Live life, yeah.
I'm hearing Interstellar. Interstellar. You seen the movie?
Yeah, no.
I hate the music.
Oh, is it? Come on, probably the fact. Probably the fact.
That's crazy. Yeah, look what we're talking about.
Oh, I'm dead.
So finish the film.
That's funny. No, but knowing how. Say it's no, this is a thing that this is your fate. Mm-hmm. You can't go against the odds. This is your fate. You have to go through this. Would you rather live knowing how or when? I'm thinking, cool. Knowing when, but I wouldn't be able to live life the same. Say if I knew, I wouldn't go out in peace. Like, because true say if I could get taken by a bus, it's not the first bus I see, because I don't know when. I just know how. So it not knowing the time is gonna play on your mind, because it could be a bus in 5 years' time, or bus through this wall right now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Like that's how. That's how. Do you know what I mean?
It's true.
Like so, that's that. Like,
It's true.
but then knowing when, time wise, I just can't.
But I'd rather how, because imagine you find out when and it's the next day.
Oh, yeah.
Or it's the next couple of hours. What are you gonna do?
You'd
then?
rather live not knowing when, innit?
I'd rather how.
Just take me by surprise, innit?
At least if it's how, I could try and prevent it.
Yeah.
So I can probably increase my life expectancy.
Yeah.
But
type shit.
if I know when, then that could be the next 10 minutes.
Yeah,
God forbid.
God forbid, yeah. Forbid everything, man.
Yeah. You actually never know, bro.
That is hilarious. Nah, fairs.
What would you choose?
It's knowing how or when. I think it would have to be when, because that's the most certain factor. I know when. I know this date. Doesn't by all means, even if it is an hour, I'm gonna make the next 59 minutes the best. Because
What would you do in those 59 minutes?
boy, I don't even. First of all, I'd cut this pod out.
Yeah.
I'll be like, fuck you, Jace. I'm off to the fucking. I've got to fulfill my. No, I don't know. I'll probably like. You know what it is? I'll probably not do anything. I'll probably just see it out.
That's what I'm saying.
In some,
I wouldn't want to stress about it. I would literally sit down.
I wouldn't want to spend my last minutes.
You see Breaking Bad, episode 1, when Walter White's just sitting by the swimming pool and it's raining.
That.
Oh, but it's raining. He's just sitting there.
Yeah.
I think I'll be in that sort of element. Like,
It's weird, isn't it? At that times, you've come to you've come to terms with it. Like you already know what it is.
the only thing you can do is accept it.
Find peace in it. Yeah.
Like maybe the first couple of minutes it'll be stressing. I had to do this, I had to do that, but then eventually it's like,
We get by, man. Nah, that's jokes.
I mean, the whole concept of dying it still eludes me.
But do you say you know a lot of people say they fear it? Do you fear it?
Nah, I wouldn't say I fear death. You know, the only thing I would say I was actually thinking about this the other day. You know, the thought of dying doesn't really scare me. It's more of dying and not doing the things that I could have done.
Yeah.
Now I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, now I'm pissed
annoyed.
off. Yeah, now I'm
annoyed.
annoyed. Like, now I'm vexed. Like, man's really in my grave and or wherever I am, and I'm not. I never did that. I never got 1 million subs on YouTube.
Yeah,
I never made £1 million. Like,
Yeah.
bro.
But it's funny because think about our life as a whole. Before our existence, there was life, and after our existence, there will be life. So we're just a fragment of the whole timeline, basically. But it's mad because all I know is this timeline. So if I was to leave it, that's the thing that like I would be upset about, or like I'm scared of letting go of the narrative of Clive, knowing that finite experience come to an end. I think that's the heartaching part.
I totally understand.
That like fear and death. But then I do believe once you are past, once you leave this human form and you transcend to something much greater and what's already whole and complete, how you feel is it's not even it's not even a question, is it? Your perspective on that experience is above words. Like it's just, that's like back home, basically, isn't it?
Where do you think you're gonna go? Where do you think happens when you actually?
As of recently, I've been thinking. I think what happens is, I think you're born instantly
into
another baby, into another. Like you see the second you're like, think about like a movie scene, where like you see when the baby comes out of the womb, straight. Imagine the camera zooming out the baby's mouth. Like that's you.
That's
like
crazy,
straight from that point. Like the minute you're gone, boom.
Wait, as in. Your body is like your skin's gone, just your skeleton, or
no, as in you're conscious. No, like say if someone dies,
then your conscious
they're there, but it will reincarnation.
Yeah.
I think that's how it is. That's why I think babies are born crying, because I was telling someone like the intricateness behind this, like being born into existence. It's very like from a baby's perspective, you know, the experience of senses, it's overwhelming, isn't it? So being born into that is like, wow, what the fuck's going on?
It's funny you said that, you know.
Yeah, like, and yeah, that's what
No, I heard you say this. It was with Darren. You were talking.
yeah, like, bro, because we're born crying.
When
G.
you said that, yeah, you said we're born crying. I kind of disagreed.
Is it?
Only because, like,
Yeah.
the reason why babies cry is to get oxygen into
Say
their
mums?
lungs.
Is that what they...
Yeah. So when you said, I was like, does that really make sense?
Is that actually what it
Yeah,
is?
like they're crying to get oxygen into the lungs. That's why if they come out and you're not crying, they're slapping you
Yeah.
to get you to stop breathing. Go like, like, breaths coming into your body, innit?
Yeah. Okay, that's valid. Oh, in perspective, everything, I guess.
I remember you saying, I was like, wait, what?
Hey, you didn't land, nigga. You didn't land.
Well, I was going to ask you, would you say you're more spiritual or religious?
The fact that there's a difference is crazy.
Because your concept of the afterlife is a bit different to, like, you know,
Yeah.
what like a religious person would think.
It's shifted, or how do I say this? It's all encompassing. So I don't think there's a wrong or right. The truth is, I don't know. I'm not going to say that like I know. I have an outright answer. But I think that's the whole point in believing that, you know, when you are religious, you're a believer. So, wait, what was the question? You said, are you religious or...
Are you, yeah, what do you lean towards more? Like, do you follow a religion?
Yeah, I'm Christian. Well, I would say I'm Christian household. I have Christian beliefs. But I think as I've grown up, I don't know, it's this, I've had many conversations with individuals about this as well, and we never really come to an outright answer of this, but, you know, I think, you know, there's many things you hear about, you know, the man-made aspects of religion and whatnot, and it's like, I just don't know you just end up not really knowing what to believe and whatnot. Obviously, I believe in the gospel, I believe in serving for Christ, but yeah, I don't know. That one there it's an interesting one, really. Yeah, are you Christian? You say?
Yeah, I identify as a Christian. However,
Do you practice?
I don't practice my faith
Yeah.
as well as I should.
Yeah.
That's what it
But
is.
it's funny, right? I think as well as you should. So the fact that I see religious practice as something you should do is where my thing gets a bit, because I think as far as we are in this vessel experiencing life, we are expressions of God. You know, I think God is, God is everything, anything, all at once. You know, he's
Omnipresent. or something.
yes. He's ineffable. He's unthinkable. So any perception we have of him is limited as far as it's through our vessels and through our mindsets and through our perspectives. So anything to do with that, it's just so hard to like come with an outright boom, it's this, but it is loads of blurred lines. But I'm good. I don't want to, if there is a hell or if there is evil, I'm not on that side. I'm not of that. I don't want to, in me, morality is just, I can't reside with that side, if that makes sense.
What do you mean?
So I believe in oneness, everything, anything, all at once. But the fact that the concept of good and evil is division alone, and it's like some schools of thoughts argue that there is no heaven or hell, and that it is just it's just, again, there's loads to it, but there's so many arguments and so many discussion points when it comes to that topic as a whole, really. Yeah.
You believe in heaven or hell?
Yes. Or now I question that as well, because I believe, you know, they refer to this Bible verse, so you might be able to help me here. I'm not sure actually, but you know the idea that heaven is amongst us, it's in us. We're always experiencing heaven. So if that's the case, where's the hell? Like, where's the, you know, is it really a case of we leave our vessels and actually go to a heaven or a hell? Like, it's a deep delve to go into, really. Yeah.
I mean, you can't have heaven without hell, though.
Yeah, precisely.
Because, like, even in the Bible, it says, like, the only way to the kingdom of God is through Jesus Christ, innit? So like, if you don't actually accept Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior, you can't go to heaven.
Yeah.
Like, you're not judged on your good works. All right, like people think, you know, if I give to charity, help the homeless, I'll go to heaven. That's not how you're judged.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's again, I'm not the best Christian, so I'm not gonna sit here and you know start preaching.
Yeah.
However, I do think when you die, like even if heaven and hell isn't real, we're not like once we die, like it's not over.
Yeah.
We can't because you can't destroy energy.
Yeah.
You actually can't destroy energy.
Yeah, yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what we are.
Yeah, yeah. And this is my thing about I see life as like, you see, you think about you know, the Big Bang.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever stopped. I think we're continuously experiencing a constant unraveling of the universe at each and every present moment, if that makes sense. To the most literal, because if we're energy evolving into, you know, was once these cavemen, was once this evolutionary thing. We're just, like I said, we're minor fragments of what's already whole and complete. So whatever narrative or whatever thing we're experiencing, we're here to experience, is much greater than us, and it's out of our scale. Like we said, I think, you know, ineffable. It just can't be thought of, innit? So it's yeah.
I mean, we have to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
You can't energy doesn't just come out of thin air. It has to be created. Like,
Definitely.
from my hands together, I'm creating heat. I created it.
But so created it, but something had to create the creator. It's like the chicken and the egg. Like, because something had to create, but what created it? So something had to create whatever that was that created it as well. If that makes sense.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
Like, even if like the Big Bang, someone had to create the.
So, like,
wait, what they said the Big Bang, rocks collided.
And it's just an implosion.
Someone had to create
something
that
had
rock
to
or meteorite, whatever it was.
But I think also the universe is an expression of itself. So it's like, I don't know, all that intermolecular stuff, it's happened, or it's already part of the, I don't know. It's like, yeah. Hey, yo.
This is crazy. But that's why I like these kind of conversations, bro. You could just sit there and talk for hours.
But it just highlights, though, you know, certain aspects of unknownism.
Yeah.
This is like the greatest drive behind, you know, anxiety. You know, you're thinking, I'm scared to make this post to this most minuscule scale. But in the grand scheme of things, people don't address the anxiety behind our sheer existence. Like, people are constantly people don't really, because we're distracted by, you know, the fact that we have to go to our day job and pay these taxes, and we're distracted by all these other things. But if you actually stop, if everyone on this planet, on this globe right now, at this present moment, just stopped, all the bus drivers stopped, all the road workers stopped, all the teachers and students just stopped and questioned, like, what are we doing here? Why are we doing this? I don't have to go to school. I don't have to be anywhere. I'm just an alien on a ball with 8.9 others. There's no... Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy how
but we've been, you know, conditioned to not think like that.
Of course.
Like Henry Ford, one of the, I don't know if greatest inventors, but he said we want like a world of workers, not thinkers. So, you know, the moment people start thinking for themselves, you got issues, you got problems.
So is it on us to like break out, or
it's assimilation, bro. Yeah, it's like you got to break out of it. I don't want to be that guy who's talking about the Matrix. This. I don't want to be one of those.
Do you believe in that? Do you reside with it? The viewpoint.
I haven't really like thought on it too much. However, I do believe there's something like we are to a degree being like controlled to an extent. Whether that's through like media, just working, the whole illusion of money, like we are being controlled to an extent. Now, I do think the moment you start thinking for yourself and start thinking out of the box, that's when you probably start becoming less controlled. Maybe you're becoming more free.
Yeah.
But the whole like idea of a matrix and all of that, I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
Yeah. I've said before, it's the easiest way to conceptualize what we can't really wrap our heads around this.
I think that's what it is. It's a way for people just to like understand the whole concept.
Yeah.
Like it's just easier if you label it as a matrix because it's more understandable.
And whether you understand it or not, whether it's real or not, and whether we're actually a part of it or not, none of them options even matter because we are still in it. If it were the case, you know what I mean? So it's like you just sometimes wonder why you bother questioning when, no one ever really makes it out, essentially. Like, is there anything to make it out? Is there anything to make out of? If that's the next thing.
Gee, like imagine you pass away, and the moment your consciousness leaves your body, you do this. You take off a headset and back to whatever you're doing. You know how crazy that is.
Yeah, like, but that's how it be sometimes. Have you ever had? And this is why I believe there's no difference between sleeping and being awake now as well. Like, have you ever had a dream so real where I've had a dream so real where it was like, I was like 100% convinced. Not even like, there wasn't even a blur inside. This dream was real life. And then like
were you controlling that dream?
Yes.
So you're probably lucid dreaming then.
Yeah.
So that's what lucid dreaming is, when you're able to like control, like you're in a dream. So even though you're dreaming, you're physically in a dream.
Yeah.
And you're controlling how this dream is operating. That's what's called lucid dreaming.
Okay.
So that's what you're probably
yeah. I mean, that's the aspects of dreaming as a whole.
I need to go through that, man.
Yeah. Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
No.
I don't think I have either, to be honest.
I've tried to lucid dream before though, but I just couldn't do it.
How do you try to? I don't think
because I've seen videos on YouTube, but I think that's what like clickbait.
Yeah.
Or how to lucid dream in like 10 seconds or something like that. But
man.
I think this comes naturally, bro.
Yeah.
This comes naturally. But yeah, finish what you were saying. About your dream.
Nah, I can't remember what I was saying, to be honest. Dreaming. Oh, yeah. So, literally, the dream was so real. And then that was when I really questioned, like, is there a difference between the 3D experience we have and... Because I think it's all a projection of our mind. Like, you being sat here as a bunch of molecules and atoms scrunched up into the form of a human body that's labelled Jason... to that intricate depth, to that level, is like, it's crazy to think that life is even like that. But yeah, no, I think just dreams, I don't know, yeah. Head's lost. Yeah, man.
But I would say dreams and being awake, like you think there's no difference, you said?
Yeah, I don't think there is a difference anymore. Like,
I think there is. I mean, if you die in your dream, you wake up.
Yeah.
You die in real life.
Supposedly that's, okay. Yeah, you best hope not.
That's what I'm saying.
But no, because there have been times where I feel like I've been like, when you're like, oh.
Yeah, and you wake up.
Yeah. Like, but I remember I was going through, I remember I had a dream. I was going through distress in that dream, but I switched on in that dream. Something said, wait, hang on. This isn't real. And then I just took control of reality, and then I woke up and I was like, rah. I was clarified. Like, I had lots of clarity in the sense that I was like, I got myself out of that. And I was like, what is that? What was that about? I just think about that, I was like, what the hell was going on? Like,
the one thing I would say is, like, dreaming can shape your reality. So whether you think dreaming and being awake is the same thing, or you think it's two separate things, dreaming could affect your life when you're awake 100%. Because when you're dreaming, that's your subconscious mind playing around.
Yeah.
And people don't understand the power of your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
Like, you can have a dream that you've changed your life around, becoming successful, and you could believe that dream wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And then if your subconscious believes that, bro, your whole reality, like your perception will completely change.
Yeah.
Because now everything you're doing is being driven towards that successful life that you want, or you created in your head.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit, man.
Like, I remember our last conversation, we were talking about perception. Like, once you actually change the way you look at something, that thing changes completely, bro.
Literally, like, wholesomely changes as
That's
well,
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah, I would say like dreaming is very, like if you can actually, you know, focus on what you're dreaming on.
Yeah.
Like
Just
you say you was able to control your environment and your dream. Like
Yeah.
if you can actually do that, that's a powerful thing, bro. You
yeah.
can create the life
I
you
hope,
want
I
inside
need
your
to.
head.
Yeah, I need to delve back in, mate.
Yeah, plug yourself back in.
Okay, Quest. Yeah. Yo, man. Yeah, the movies that them man that do that, they're wild. They're taking all type. They're in a different battle. They're taking all sorts of risks.
Nah, I can't. The whole concept of life is so confusing.
Yeah.
These are the conversations where you need to talk to guys like Jordan B. Peterson.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. He'll just come.
Because he'll just fry your mind.
Unwind it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, you know, actually, if you think about it like that, and you'll be like, huh?
Nah,
But you'll just
brother.
be so taken back, like,
Yeah.
like your mind would just expand.
Literally, it's to depths you'd even imagine it
Literally.
could. Brother, it's serious.
And my brain will go as big as this room. Like,
Bro.
it's like, wow.
It don't make any sense sometimes. But that's the thing. I mean, you know, and this is the thing about life. I've woken up every day for like the past like 2-3 years, eager to learn more, eager to expand my consciousness. I've always said, you know, I'm striving to make the unknown known. I just need to. I need to grasp. I need to download as much information as I can on this physical realm, and that's why I liked. I plugged into Aaron David's recent video about he spoke about the significance of books and stuff like that, and I shared a very similar perspective in the sense that, and I noticed the change in my life when I've done this. It's like your psyche absorbing information from a book. It's like downloading the software onto a hard drive, like. You know, even if you read the book and you don't take everything in or you think it's boring, the stuff that your psyche's now absorbed, and because of that, as a result of that, will translate into your physical experience of life. People undermine that sometimes. People don't really people don't take that in that sense, which I think, you know, books is a must.
Oh, it is a must.
It's
You
a
could tell
must.
by conversating with people who reads and who doesn't read. Because if, like, when you're reading, like, you got to understand that you're now opening up your mind to someone else's beliefs, opinions, whatever it is. Like, you're now having to, like, understand something from a different perspective.
Yeah.
So if you're talking to someone and they're, like, one-dimensional, then you just know, you're very narrow-minded. You can tell that reading isn't something that they really do.
Yeah. It's limiting, isn't it? Really, it's limiting. Really, and it's funny because, you know, I thought about reading. Yeah, I used to. What didn't make me want to read before? Because now I listen to a few audiobooks, and as a result of that, at times it's changed my dialect and whatnot. So it's very easy to have this perception of me where, oh, he's a know-it-all, or oh, he's very smart. I'm no different to you. I'm no different to the person I was in secondary school. I just have, it's just curiosity that gets me to that point.
Just access to information.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what it is.
And it's like, it's different when the information you're reading and it's like, wait, I know this. Oh, so this defines the way that I've been thinking and operating. Oh, and this is how I can make it better. It's just a constant, like, attaching of puzzles when you're reading these books that
That's so true.
yeah,
Bro.
like, do you get what I'm saying?
That's like when we're talking about like things like perception. I just relate to a guy called Bob Proctor because I was reading some of his stuff, watching his videos. Or let's say we're talking about it was like financial literacy or like self-improvement.
Yeah.
I'm quoting 48 Laws of Power or like Rich Dad Poor Dad or something. Like just quotes just coming back into my mind. Stuff that I read maybe months ago is just flowing back into my head.
Yeah.
All because I picked up that one book.
And it's thinking about, it's talking about how our life's a fragment of what's already whole.
Yeah.
So it's like people in the past, because you said people will exist after and before us. So people before us have left literature behind for us to almost indulge in and allow us to elevate our minds. It's like you're leaving when they leave a scroll in a quest, they leave a scroll, or read, this is your at this checkpoint, read this because it will take you to the. Every time I've actually had a personal bond with a book or an audio book, I've not read Rich Dad Poor Dad, believe it or not, but I already more or less know a lot about it, and I kind of deem it as surface level, even though it's depth. It's just I deem it as surface level in comparison to the other stuff in that, the other books and whatnot in that world. But it's just funny how these books is like it dictates a new chapter for me at times. I read something new, I understand something new about myself as well as my experience in life, and it just kind of plugs in the sockets. It plugs in the software. Like I now have the data available to take me through this next stage of life. Reading's essential. Reading's essential. I think you can't sleep on it.
I like how you worded it. Like
You get it?
It's like an update.
Yeah.
Like updating your software.
Literally. Yeah, man.
That's true. I like that.
We lit, man.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
I bet this is not the conversation you wanted to have.
It's just one
You
of
just
the
asked
many.
you something about would you
It's just-
rather,
yeah,
and then look where it took us. Look where it took us.
Yo, but let's get personal, man. I feel like people they know. I feel like we're very good at controlling our perspective of the perspective people have on us. So, for example, on Insta, TikTok, YouTube, people basically listen to what you put out, meaning that is what you dictate your own perspective in that sense, innit? But one thing they might not know: relationships, girls. We're taking it there, sir. Jason London. How are the ladies treating you? Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But okay, no. What's the longest relationship you've been in?
Bro, I'll be honest with you. Unless we're counting like those secondary school relationships.
Nah, we'll go serious ones. We'll go for like
serious
the...
ones. I've had one then.
Is it?
Nah, I've had one.
Swear.
I've never really been. You guys can say it's a red flag or whatever, but I've never really been that relationship type. I just
Interesting.
never. Obviously now my perspective on it has changed, but back then it was
As
like,
it should.
I don't know if I really wanted to be in a long term.
Is that due to you or the pool that you was operating in?
You know what? Tell a lie. There was. I don't want to.
God damn.
Go there, man.
God damn.
You know what? Okay, let me make it as broad as I can.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too.
Flizz your thing.
So so I mean, when I was younger, there was a few people that I couldn't say women, not people. Yeah. There was a few prospects back then that I wanted to take seriously, but I never went in that direction. So from there, it's more like, okay, you created me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like you guys shown me. You showed me a different way on how to, go about talking to girls.
They're waking the monster, man.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that, innit? So
It is cause and effect.
Yeah.
I think even with girls, a lot of guys are breaking girls as well as girls breaking guys. But you don't hold on to it though, do you? You're not.
Oh no.
I think some man
Can't
drag.
grudges.
Certain man. She broke my heart when I was 5, and I'm like, bro, come on, man, like the trauma. I'm all for trauma, but feel your trauma, but like clinging on to it, identifying with it, like
exactly,
it's a bit of a drag person.
I'll just say, just going through certain situations with females, it is kind of a good thing to a degree because now it kind of shows you how to navigate future prospects. Let me say, how to go around dealing with women in the future.
Say if you had a daughter, she's maybe 11. How? Because it's interesting. Like, how would? So, are you saying then? So, your advice to your 11-year-old, say, come back from year 7, daddy, this is boy. Actually, no, she's not talking like that, is she?
Hell no.
What? Wait.
Hell no.
You didn't even let her land, like.
Oh, no.
Go talk to your mama. Go talk to your
you're talking to me, not to your mother. Okay? Mum would be like,
Wait. So you're gonna say no?
100%.
Do you not think that's gonna create a destructive environment?
No, see, it's the way I do it.
Okay,
You see, I'm not gonna do it the same way my parents did me. Like,
Okay.
I'm not gonna immediately say no, beat you and all of that. I'll tell you no through understanding. Like, I think if you could actually make the child understand why you don't want them to do it, then they're more likely not to do it. But if you're immediately telling them no, you can't do it without no explanation, they're gonna just become rebellious.
Is there not an argument to say that experiencing it is the greatest lesson?
At 11 years old? Hell no. Why are you experiencing it at 11 years old, bro? Cause now 11 years old, you experience this. When you're 13, you're going to be asking about that, sex, all of that. Like, nah. I've seen when I was in secondary school,
but
bro,
do you know what it is? Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I've seen it, fam. You don't want it.
But in secondary, like these are environments where you have zero control. Like, how can you dictate? It's so hard to navigate that one.
I'll do it for understanding.
Because the one thing you should know about kids and secondary, like if they're gonna knack, they're gonna knack. Like there's no there's a certain point with your children, you just kind of like let them be. But it's like, listen, if you are gonna do it, which I'm not saying I'm fine with, but if you are gonna do it, then make sure you're patterned in circumstance A, B, and C, and that. But
I'll just tell them the risk of doing it. Like, as I said, I'll do it for understanding. As in, I won't shout at them and be like, no, you're not doing this one. I'll just be like, yo, listen, so if you are to do it, this could be the potential outcome of your actions. Now, we live in a world where we're going to have to understand that every action you make is going to have a reaction, okay?
Yeah.
Like, your decisions have consequences. Now, you want to make a good decision. You don't want to do something that's going to, affect you in the long run. And hopefully they can understand through that and then be like, okay, maybe Dad's right.
Isn't it? It's just... I'm just laughing with myself because I could never imagine having a conversation with any of my parents like that.
Oh, 100%.
They wouldn't be able to express it or articulate it in that way, which I think is... You're first gen, innit? Like, your mum or dad might have been... What's it? No.
My mum was born in Ghana still.
Yeah, both... Oh, okay, both. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you're first gen as well. Yeah, likewise. Yeah, I think a lot of us first gen might suffer from that where... A lot of us might not necessarily we have bonds with our parents, but it's not necessarily, I don't say genuine, but okay.
It's healthy.
Yes, I think, I'll be honest, I'm going to be completely transparent here. The past year, I've not had an outright conversation with my dad, or my mum kind of, but my dad, he's around, he's working, but every time it's like, oh, how's uni? How's this? That's as far as it goes. Not really in a sense that I'm not expecting like, oh, son, how are you? You okay? But it's just interesting that I feel like they bring us onto this earth and they're kind of just seen as these things for validation. Every time he refers, even at sometimes I go through some low points and I'm not even thinking about uni and he's coming to me, talking to me about degree. I'm like, brother, do you even... Like, you can't come talking to me about this piece of paper right now. I've got some stuff to do. And I try to surface some things. He's like, what have you experienced at this young age type of thing? They'll kind of minimize my thing. And it's like, I'm not expecting them to understand, but that connection, that ability, that's what I want to do with my kids as well. What you just done there. Being able to talk to them and understand them. Not from a limited scale. It's one of them ones.
Oh, for real. That's one thing I'll never actually do, It's like, it's important that you just said that. Like, I'll never try and minimize anything my kids saying to me because I've been there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I've had things I wanted to do minimized or... Like, I've had limiting beliefs placed onto me. So that's one thing I'll never do onto my children. Without a doubt. Because again, like... And this is something that our parents will never understand. Like, you say something to your kid, they're going to internalize that. And then that thing you said is now going to create their reality, bro. Again, it's subconscious mind.
They're going to absorb it, yeah.
So important.
Yeah. It's true.
So important.
It's true. They needs to be like, they need to learn that. Something needs to, I guess generations. Over time, that's just, over time, that is how it happens.
It'll be us to make that change.
Yeah.
Because now we're becoming more informed about these things, so we'll be the ones to change it.
Precisely.
And our kids will do even better. And
so we definitely will break that chain of trauma because I was even thinking about it as well. Like, even, I doubt you'll beat your kids, innit?
When you say beat, what do you mean?
Like,
not the way I was beat, for sure.
Nah,
not the way I was beat, yeah. But like, maybe like one, but not the way I was beat.
This is outright beef, like this.
Not the way I was beat, for sure.
But likewise, and it's funny because it's our community where that stuff is normalized. Like, deep it.
Black community, what do you mean by
Like our community or our type, just
black community?
yeah, the idea of just punishment by whipping someone or hitting someone or whatever like that. Because in this day and age, it's the closest thing to resemble slavery. And it's like, I think that's changed trauma that we've been psyops. We don't even realize we're doing it. Like, say you're just hitting your kid, discipline, hit them. But you're like, no, you're reenacting the things that your ancestors experienced. And it's almost like an outlet for them without them even knowing.
I would say the thing is, when our ancestors were getting, beaten, though, like, it was purely out of rage as a form of punishment, not to make them better, but just to be better slaves.
Okay.
Like, when our parents are beating us, it's not. Obviously, yeah,
sometimes
to
it
punish
feels like
us,
no.
but it's not
Sometimes it's not for the greater good.
Yeah, but they're doing it in order for you to not continue that behavior that got you beaten in the first place. Our ancestors, they're getting beat for the sake of getting beaten.
But okay, and then this is my thing as well. I mean, let's go into stereotypes. You're normalizing a violent environment. You whip your kid, now they go outside and they're numb, they're desensitized to certain things more than the next child. Do you know what I mean? So make them better in what sense? Because now you're causing distress. They're now gonna rebel. They will rebel as a result of that. So now is it for the greater good, or is it for, discipline? Just like, I don't know. I guess every child receives that differently. Because I was not hit, but obviously you get the light tap every now and then. I think I turned out all right.
Were you ever was there any weapons used against? When I say weapons, I don't mean
we're not dragging
I mean like belts and like hangers and stuff.
Never to that depth.
Oh, okay.
Never to that depth. Yeah,
I wouldn't really classify that as being beaten. Then,
yeah, just a bit of sharpening up, innit?
I've got the belts a few times.
Yeah, was it?
But I mean,
was he troublesome though?
Huh?
Was he troublesome? Or was he just stupid? I bet it was just...
I didn't say trouble. Okay, now. But what would you class as troublesome?
Like, have you ever done something where your mum was just like, jeez?
But I got beat for silly things though. As in, I'll use the mouthwash and I wasn't supposed to use it, so I replaced it with water.
No, come on, pissed off. I'm here in the morning, my crusty breath, I'm having to use, and I'm tasting water. Come here, man. Come here. Oh, are you dumb? You don't need to even tell me. You even tell me. You just left it like that.
I think the worst was when I actually told my mum to shut up. But no, she never. See, I thought she never heard it. It was
okay.
So she must have said something to me, and I'm walking towards the bathroom. I'm already butt naked. Go
yeah.
to the bathroom. I'm shut up, man. And then as I got in the bath here, started putting water on me in it. So mine's all wet now. I start hearing like the boat rustling, but I'm thinking nothing of it. And she storms into the room. And I get licked in the bathtub.
You were slipping.
Bro, man, and I'm wet. Bro, but I mean, now look at me. I'm not like a degenerate to society.
Yeah.
I'm out here making content to inspire, and motivate people. Yeah. I'm not a degenerate to society.
Yeah.
So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I turned out. I would like to say, okay.
Yeah.
There could be improvements here and there, but.
Yeah, it's interesting. Do you are you one of them people? Yeah, where would you? So we're talking about like childhoods and just avoiding trouble. Would you? You gonna stay in where you're at the ends you're from? Do you think you're gonna stay when you have your kids, family, and that outside of London or inside London though?
That I'm not sure of. You know what it is actually, I would like to say when I have like my actual family, I'll have a house. Like not an apartment, it'll be like an actual house.
Okay.
And if I do get a house, it'll most probably be, if I'm still living in the UK, it'll most probably be like on the outskirts of London. So not, in mad places, but like probably like
people always say Essex.
Yeah, like Essex, or if you're talking up north, maybe like just outside Watford areas, or like Oxford, like them places there.
Would you like your children to be involved with the community? Do you want, because obviously, let's contextualize it. If they were to, say, grow in an area like Essex and whatnot, the likelihood of them not interacting with as much black people would be higher. That makes sense. Are you open to them being like, would you want them to kind of be like you, a bit more with the culture, or would you rather, are you open to them being, I don't know, because it's like I don't want my child can't be wet.
Yeah.
My son can't be wet. I can't have him be certain. I can't have him resemble certain faces and certain people that I was with around when I was in secondary school. Not I was with, but people that I'd seen and stuff like that. Like I have to make sure they're on the top of the food chain. If that makes sense. Like so to do that is like I don't even want to grow you in some soft area. Like I need to be hard, but at the same time it's ghetto in there, man. You gotta come out to the peace, come out to the land.
But I mean, I wouldn't want to. I mean, in the environment where I grew up, growing up there, I was very, like my mind was very narrow.
Okay.
As in, I never thought, like certain things that you see nowadays. Like for example, when I'm walking around central London and I'm seeing nice apartments and stuff.
Yeah.
Living in Wembley,
Yeah.
I never thought that was possible.
Interesting.
So you don't want to kind of like grow your child up in a ghetto or like in a like in an environment where it's not as financially good or anything.
Yeah.
Because now they're probably grown up thinking that they probably can't be successful because they've grown up seeing poverty basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like look at majority of black community.
Yeah.
Look where we all reside.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're growing up in places where you don't see success.
Yeah. And we stay there because it's comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm always like saying. Like it's important to like get out of your environment.
Yeah.
And go and see.
Avoid being a product of your environment.
Like prime example, me and a friend of mine. Last year was it? We went to an area.
Oh yeah.
In Hornchurch. Went to go view mansions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where I live in Wembley, you think I'm seeing any mansions like that? No.
Yeah.
Now when I went to that area, I'm thinking, okay, these people have got places like this. I could therefore do that as well.
Yeah.
Like it's all possible.
Defo. You see, my thing with being rich and having the mansion and stuff like that, if you're that hardworking, do you ever get to enjoy it? Are you even home long enough to... You're hungry, boy, innit? Are you ever like home long enough to even reap the fruits, like to reap the benefits of your fruits? Like, do you even get to enjoy being rich?
It depends what you're doing that's making you money though.
Yeah.
If you're doing something where you can make money while you're not working, then
Which is the
then
aim,
you can
innit?
enjoy it. But if you're making a large amount of money, however, you have to work really hard for it.
But I feel like it's like a small bracket of people that are living that lavish. I feel like everyone else more or less is working their ass off to cover the mansion costs and stuff like that.
Then
or
if
just
that's the
bigger
case, they
house.
shouldn't be living in a mansion.
Yeah. I always did say actually, if I was to ever go clear, I actually wouldn't want to be I'm a luxury apartment type of man. Yeah, give me the nice,
The kitchen with
the
the
nice
island.
aesthetics. Yeah,
The kitchen with
yeah.
the island there, and you can like walk around. I totally
the
100%
whole
agree with you,
thing,
bro.
lights, the floor, gloss,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Give me that
Have my
luxury.
desk set up.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Multiple monitors on my
Yeah,
table.
yeah.
Lights, stuff like this in the
Gee,
back.
trust me.
Yo, bro.
Nickel Gym Studio, just dead there in the corner of your thing.
I hear it because you know when I was younger, I always wanted what type of apartment is it called? What's it called? It's the ones without no walls. So it's like an apartment. Cause I was watching a lot of American TV shows. And they
Okay,
always
interesting.
I forgot what it's called.
That's cold though.
So it's like an apartment.
That's too
but
open
it has no
though,
walls.
man. What? So even the bedrooms?
So it'll probably like the bedroom probably be on the second floor.
Okay. Oh,
But
right.
it's all to be any walls.
Just an open. That's cold.
Oh, what's it called?
That's crazy to imagine. You know,
Oh, what's it?
a wallless
Let me check
apartment.
quick.
Yeah.
Let me check.
The infrastructure behind that must be crazy. Imagine trying to knack your missus and the kids, the youths, across the hall. You're like, brother, privacy, please. Man, there ain't no walls about privacy. There ain't no goddamn walls.
Oh, what's it called for?
A wallless apartment.
Obviously, there's a few walls in there, but it's just not as like your.
That's the main thing.
Normal apartment.
You definitely have to be in America. It cannot be in this country.
It's kind of like a studio, but not a studio.
Yeah.
Is it a studio? No. Oh man. Nah, I can't find it. You don't know what I'm talking about, though?
Nah, I don't. That's what I'm trying to think. I've not
Like
seen.
you see,
Not seen.
it's in America, like in New York especially. They have it in New York. Like these apartments, and like you have like an open floor plan.
Yeah.
And like you have like your living room there, and your kitchen's there.
No.
Like there's nothing dividing it.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, that's what I kind of always wanted.
Yeah. But those, you see them places there, that's techie though.
I'm
Cause
gonna go and then I'll remember the word.
You see if you have a fry up.
Yeah.
Imagine frying bacon one morning, bro. The kitchen living room finished for the next few hours. That's jarring, man. Nah, that's cold though.
But yeah, if not, like apartments, I totally agree. Like the only way I would actually move into a house is when I actually have my family. Like let's say my apartment isn't big enough to like, you know, hold me, my wife, and then like, let's say 2 kids.
Yeah.
And I also need like a room for myself, like a den.
Oh, you want them man as well, yeah?
Like that den would be like my office type of stuff, innit?
Okay.
Like where I record content.
I'm with that, yeah.
And stuff, innit?
Certain man out here trying to say they wanna. Some men are so dumb. Some man has said, do you think you'll ever get to a point where you would need to have a separate room to your wife?
Separate room.
Yeah, separate bedroom.
That's funny. I've heard a couple of these
Yeah,
conversations.
did you get it? Like.
Maybe I'll put like a detachable bed in my office. You know, just put it off the wall. But I think
These
you can't.
women.
I don't think you can say like if you're a man who's about his business, you can't say having a separate room is unnecessary.
100%.
You actually can't say it's unnecessary. I think it will be needed.
You need to separate the stuff.
It will be needed.
Damn. That's funny. One of my guys tried to say, he said he's gonna have his room and she will have her room, and if they want to sleep together, she has to come into his room. But I'm like, bro, you're not making sense because she's gonna want to do that every day.
Exactly, yeah.
So what are you trying to promote here? Like she's gonna want to obviously meet every. What do you think she's just gonna? Oh yeah, no, tonight actually I'll be. She's not gonna say that. Like so the mindset behind that just makes me laugh.
I think you just got to keep the attraction there, innit? Because I think women, some of you can agree, you guys kind of get bored easily.
Yeah.
Like, you got to keep that attraction there, bro. And if you're constantly with her, she's gonna, you know, become normalized to this and think, okay, I'm always with her now. Like, where's the spice or anything? Like, when you're away, then she's thinking, then she starts longing for you. Like, she's like, oh, where's Jason? Where's Clive? Oh, he's in his room sleeping. Why was he in your room sleeping? For? And the next day, you join her in the actual bedroom, and now she's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They do. Okay, yeah. Like, let me miss you a bit more. Like, let me miss you some. Let me miss you a tad.
I've even heard guys on podcasts go to the extreme lengths of saying, they're even gonna have their own place.
That's a joke. That's like, nigga, you cheating, nigga. Your ass cheating, boy. What are you talking about? A whole other place. Yeah. Wow, the extent people take things for that.
I mean, now that we're talking about women, because I had this conversation with Aaron on his pod.
Conversation.
Yeah, conversation. Because basically, we had this conversation a long time ago. And I told him, there's some men who have a belief where they say you shouldn't fall in love with women. You should have love for women.
Wow.
And when I first said that to him, he immediately shut it down. Like, he did not agree with what I was saying. And my reason behind it was because when you fall in love with a woman, you become more
susceptible to their.
Yeah, like you lose that stoicism. Like you become more irrational.
Yes.
Like, and he said he kind of disagreed with it until recent events which happened in his life. I'm not going to go into detail. Okay. Now he's saying, okay, yeah, bro, I can't believe what you're saying.
Yeah. I agree with that because I think, you know, even the lingo alone, fall in love and have love. I'm giving you my love. It's not like I've fallen. You've not. From time I've fallen in love, it just entails this whole idea of you're in control. I have less control. I lack control. Like, and that's the one thing. And you know, when it comes to emotion, when it comes to love as a whole, it's a very powerful source of. Very, very powerful source of. It's a very powerful sorcery in general, love as a whole. I think, I'm with that though. Like, definitely give. But then, there's a difference between that and just not allowing yourself to love? Like, how do you make sure falling in love? Because now, say if there's an advocate who I could fall in love with, instantly the conversation in my head is, oh no, I can't, no, stoicism. All these things, I'm like, am I holding myself back? Or am I, you know what I mean? Am I allowing myself to really feel how I feel in this very present moment? Because, I mean, I can't speak for Aaron because he's not here, but what he might have been feeling when he was against your point would have probably been like a, no, like, if I like this individual, I'm gonna like them for who they are, unconditionally, wholeheartedly. This aspect of forgive you love is not a thing. It's when you're in love, you're in it, I guess. So I don't know. I'd want to ask someone. I'd actually want to ask someone that's like maybe married or been in like
I agree with the whole concept. I just don't think it's practical. It's very true, but I don't think a lot of guys are capable of not falling in love with a woman. Like, it'll be very hard to have love for someone but not fall in love with them.
Yeah.
Especially if she's ticking all your boxes, bro. It'll be so hard not to fall in love with her.
100%.
I just think you just gotta be able to remain stoic in important times, because women can fall in love with you because they're more emotional than men anyway, so they're already irrational.
Yeah,
Sorry,
definitely.
Guys. You guys are already irrational, innit? So it makes no difference for them.
Yeah.
But as a guy, you cannot be irrational.
You can't lose that, innit?
You can't.
Yeah, I do feel like that's why I always say a girl has to suit my algorithm. They have to obviously support me in ways that I might need it, but
yeah, it has to be like that.
Yeah, it has to be balanced, because it's definitely like I have to want to be around you. If you are, excessively emotional, or you do, affect the stoic aspect of my life, I'm not gonna. It's just not making, from a rational perspective. It's not practical, like you said. You're not helping me reach the superhero I'm trying to strive to become. Like, come on, that first before everything. Unfortunately,
I'm Batman.
Yeah. Did you get it?
I'm not joking, but you guys think, because I'm here. I'm by day I'm Jason on a podcast, but at night time, bro, I'm Batman, bro. I just don't wear all black.
Yeah. On that note, guys, we'll wrap it there for now. Our time has come to an end. But Jace, thanks for coming through, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Quick one, innit? It felt quite nifty, but yeah, many more to come. I think, guys, Jace is a part of the creative team now, so you'll be seeing him in the seat more often with other guests as well. Yeah, I've actually got some people in mind. Actually, I'll talk to you off camera about that. But yeah, man, guys, check out his YouTube, Insta, TikTok.
Jason Aldian on all platforms.
Will be in the description below. Guys, been your boy Sister PT. All my stuff down below in the description. Take care, peace and love. We'll catch you lot later. My boy. Yeah.